Hello. Happy Oil Wise Wednesday. I am Melissa with Mel's Oil Wise, helping you to be your happiest and healthiest you. On Wednesdays, we go live at 3:45. I am a few minutes late today. I apologize. But just to share some helpful tips with you and just help you with your natural, more healthy lifestyle, help you to learn more about different things, but also how essential oils can help support our body. So today we're talking about 5. Can you believe I'm doing 5 instead of my normal 3? 5 tips to help with stress, right? So who's got stress? Tell me as you're hopping on if stress is something that you deal with. Tell us in the comments if you're watching the replay or put your emoji, Yes, we deal with stress, right? So I'm going to put some Tamer on. Tamer has spearmint in it. It's a good oil to help with confident speech. So I'm going to put a little bit of that on. Love Tamer. Okay, so stress, right? Almost everybody really is dealing with stress, right? When we think of stress, we typically think of bad stress, I think. But there's actually good stress as well. So 2 kinds of stress: good stress, bad stress. Good stress is going to help us in situations where like we have a deadline, we have goals to reach, things like that, right? That kind of stress is good. It helps us to get things that we need to get done, right? Then there is also the negative stress is what we think more about, right? The bad stress. This is going to be more like distress, right? So we respond to that by secreting a hormone called cortisol in our bodies, and that can help us react to temporary stress, like the deadlines and things like that, right? But too much cortisol is not good for our bodies. It's gonna it attributes to weight gain. Slow down a little bit, right? Weight gain, negative emotions, joint discomfort, all kinds of different ways that stress can show up in our lives. So, unfortunately, we can't get away from those anxious feelings and stressful situations, right? We're always going to have those. So what we have to do is learn how to deal with them, right? How our body can go through those the best way. So I want to share with you 5 tips. One of the best things to do is to listen to these and then pick one to just incorporate the next time that you have something where you feel like especially overwhelmed or need to incorporate something new in. So just start, just pick one of them that you feel like you could do. It's also good to make these things a habit if you can, right? So to make things a habit, put it alongside of something that you already do. So we'll talk about that in a minute. So the first one is going to be just to take 2 minutes to breathe. Okay. So you can do that anywhere, anytime that you're in any kind of situation, you can usually take 2 minutes to stop and breathe. And there's actually a little bit of a science to it. So an even better way to do it is to breathe in for 4 and then hold it for 7 and then breathe out for 8. So I didn't count all the way, but then you breathe out for 8. So that cycle is going to help us to focus on our breathing. It's going to reset our brains a little bit, retrain our minds, and it's a really good way to help us to deal with that stress. So doing that a few times. So to help that even more so, I would suggest adding some oils into our deep breathing, right? Because breathing those essential oils in is such a great way to get them into our bodies. It's one of the fastest ways actually that they work into our system. So you could try something like lavender. Lavender is something that you might already have on hand. So that's a good one to think about. Put a drop in your hands, rub your hands together and put them over your mouth and your nose. Right? You're going to do 4, 7, 8. So you're going to breathe in for 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold it for 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then you'll breathe out for 8. So do that in a couple of cycles. Add in some essential oils. Lavender would be a great one that you probably have on hand. If you use oils at all, frankincense would be a really good one because those are both calming oils. Adaptive we love. That's one that actually helps to adapt to stressful situations. And wild orange is uplifting. Citrus oils are uplifting. That would be a great one. So again, breathing it in is going to get that into your system real quick. So both of those together, the breathing is helping you to focus, and then the essential oils are getting into your system and helping your body that way too. So that's the first way. The second way we're going to talk about is to stick with me to the end, because I think this last one's going to surprise you. You might have heard of breathing before, but the last one might surprise you a little bit. The second one is going to be to drink an herbal tea. So if it's not something you already drink, think about adding that in when you're kind of feeling stressed or in the evenings as you're going to bed or both, So lemon balm, peppermint, chamomile, those are teas that can be helpful that we kind of think about. You could also add in your essential oils to the tea that you're drinking. You can also just use the essential oil as like a tea, put it in hot water. So you can add, I might suggest Roman chamomile, lavender again, Melissa. Those are really good ones to add. Those are calming, soothing oils for your body. And with doTERRA, those ones are safe to be used internally as well. So again, you could add them to your tea that you're already brewing, or you could have some hot water and add those oils to your tea. So the second one is going to be to drink a tea. Hey, Crystal. The third one is going to be to get outside and get some fresh air. So that is another great way to help our bodies to reset and to get that fresh air. Of course, we can't always do that because the weather is not beautiful, but when we can, just trying to take those opportunities to do so. So getting in the sunshine, even just letting that breeze hit your face, can really do a lot for your overall well-being. And then if you can make it a walk, it's going to be that much better for you. So if we can incorporate that as a habit, maybe at lunchtime, if you can go walk around your building, or, if you're at home, go walk around the block, that would be it would be a double whammy, right? You're going to get that fresh air and you're going to get that movement that are both really good for your body. So that's the third way, get out in some fresh air. The fourth one is going to be to try to make sure that you're getting enough sleep. So I know that that's something that a lot of us struggle with. I hear that quite a bit. Sleeping is difficult. So just trying to really make sure that you get enough sleep. We could do a whole one just on sleep, whole set of tips. But Dr. Hill from doTERRA, he's the chief medical advisor. He's amazing. I love him. But he talks about sufficient amounts of rest provide the bodies with an opportunity to recover from your day's activity, right? It helps to improve energy levels, reduce the effects of stress. So if you currently struggle with falling asleep, a couple of quick things. Serenity. We have Serenity soft gels. If you take them like about 30 minutes before you go to bed, it really helps to calm your system to be able to sleep. And it doesn't have like that, you don't feel like lethargic and yucky the next day. So sometimes I even hear when you don't typically get those enough hours that the Serenity will help you almost feel like you got more sleep. So Serenity, the oil or the soft gel, and also diffusing the oil before you're getting ready for bed. Trying to get into a regular routine when the time that you go to sleep, and then using that Serenity to kind of help you is a really good tip. So those are my first four. I told you 5, so I got one more. This last one I think might surprise you just a little bit. And it's going to be to give yourself a hand massage. Have you ever thought of that? Crystal, do you ever do that? When I was with Beauty Control, we used to do that in office spas. We used to go in, help relax and de-stress the staff. And so we would do hand massages. So it's one that I should have thought about, but it's not necessarily something that you always think about. So according to a 2008 study published by the Journal of Alternative and Complementary Medicine, a 5-minute hand massage can lower stress levels. And if you can't find anybody to give you one, even massaging your own hand is really going to be good. My husband, it's one thing that he says that was really surprising when I started before, because I would practice on him. And he said, I just can't believe how good that feels. So it's just something about probably like all the nerve endings and everything that are in your hands, just like really relaxing them. So you could even use, a little bit of fractionated coconut oil, your favorite oil, some ylang ylang. Aroma Touch is good to help relax. You could use lavender, some of the ones that we've already talked about, some frankincense, and just a drop or two of that, and just rub in your hand, and just kind of slowly doing. We even have an Aroma Touch hand technique that you can learn, but I think even just any like kind of stimulating those nerve endings and things like that in your hand, really, really feels good. And then it's going to be good for your skin too, to get that. Fractionated coconut oil is good for your skin. It's not real greasy, so it's not going to be like real yucky. And then you're going to smell those oils that you have on your hand too. You're going to smell them throughout the day, and getting them in your body. So many good ways right there. So those are my 5 tips to help you with stressful situations. Maybe pick one this week, and as you encounter something that's difficult, try it out and let us know. Tell me what your favorite one is. So the first one was deep breathing, right? Again, that's at 4, 7, 8, and you want to do that a few times. That helps to focus your mind. Drinking herbal tea, getting outside and getting some fresh air, making sure you're getting enough sleep, and then that last kind of surprising one, the giving yourself a hand massage. Those are my 5 tips. Tell us which one you might implement this week. My favorite, I think, is get out and get some fresh air, right? I think maybe because right now we've kind of gone through this period of rainy and kind of yucky weather. Now the sun's out and looking so good that it just makes me want to get outside, and that helps you to feel good, right? So thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning into Oil Wise Wednesday. And I hope that you're having a great week. I hope you aren't dealing with a lot of that stress, but I hope these are helpful. So have a great day.